Really, I have no words. I really don't know what to say. Thought we defended extremely well the first half, but when you're unable to make shots, it eventually wears on your defense, especially with a very good offensive team like Drake. I have no words. I don't understand it. I don't know how you shoot as poorly as we shot at home. It's hard for me to grasp. So, best thing we can do is try to get ourselves ready to play Evansville on Saturday. Are there any questions?
Yeah, Tanya, besides the fact that you struggled shooting the ball, is there something that you see that's like kind of the catalyst that gets Drake going?
Well, like I said, I thought we defended extremely well the first half, and we made a couple minor mistakes. And the thing with Drake, if you make mistakes, they're going to make you pay. They're as good as anybody I've ever seen at making you guard the cut, the ball, and the screen all in the same possession. They move extremely well. They just do a terrific job. You have to be able to score because you're going to get shots against Drake, and you've got to force their matchup to shift. You got to drive their zone and kick. And we got good shots. You got to have the courage to knock them down. And that's the difference between their team and ours. They have a lot of courage to make shots, and right now we don't.
You went to that pressure extended defense late in their run, but I imagine that can go one of two ways because their ball movement, I think it was like 27 out of 30 field goals they assisted on. You got the depth to run that defense, but I imagine that's a tough decision to make it.
Right, and you want to be able to switch up defenses, but you also got to make shots to switch up defenses. It wasn't hard. I mean, they went on a run in the third quarter, but if you look at the big picture, it was our inability to make shots coming into this game. And I've said my entire career playing against Jenny, in order to beat Drake, you have to be able to score with them because you're going to get shots. And eventually, if you can't score with them, it's going to wear on your defense because they're too high potent of an offensive team. And I give them a lot of credit. And when they get rolling, they get rolling. And we just didn't have enough courage to make shots at any point.
Kayla made some shots in the first half.
She did.
She had those 4 threes. And I suppose, what's it like where you have a young team, you see some of these performances pop up, and you're just dying for it to become more consistent? What's it been like?
Well, and here's the crazy thing. We really don't have a young team. We have a lot of veterans on this team. We have 6 freshmen, but the core of our team is veterans. And that's where the struggle is. We have veterans that are not playing the way they should be playing as veterans. We put a lot of pressure on Carly to be consistent day in and day out. We're not getting a lot of. I'm not gonna say that. But I'm really excited about this young class. I'm excited about what we have coming back. But we got a lot of work to do from a mental standpoint, physical standpoint. Though it's gonna be like, honestly, starting over, because that's what we have to do in every facet.
And you got the 4 games left before the conference tournament, and one thing that really sticks out to me is you haven't lost more than 2 games in a row, and you haven't won more than 2 games in a row. And I suppose there's a couple ways to look at that. I mean, does that maybe offer some mental fatigue just because you haven't been able to get on that roll yet?
Yeah, there's a lot of fatigue, unfortunately. But you know what? Everybody's in the same boat this time of year. You got to find a way to tough it out. And this is where we have to be able to start to make some little minor jumps. We have to get a lot more mentally tougher. You saw it in the start of the third quarter. You don't be down 4, play the way you did the first half, and then get blown out by 20 at home. I mean, go 0 for 19 from the 3. That's embarrassing. We should be embarrassed. And we're taking wearing that jersey for granted, and that bothers me.